In my 20s, I thought I understood money pretty well. I studied finance for years. I worked in the banking sector. I was fully immersed in the world of money. But studying finance and knowing how to spend your money wisely are two completely different things. If you're new here, I'm Sharmeen. I have a background in finance and stats. And on this channel, I talk about money from a data-driven perspective, the logic and numbers behind financial decisions. So looking back at my 20s, I realized that I was buying things without really understanding if they aligned with what I actually valued. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the 5 main things that I've gradually stopped spending money on and what I prioritize instead. The goal is never just to reduce costs. There are several layers when it comes to managing your money and thinking about it. And that's going to be the main focus of this video. The first thing is the layer of habit versus conscious choice. And for me, that was getting my nails done. So if you've ever gotten shellac, you know the vicious cycle that you can get stuck in. You go to get your nails done once, then you have to go to get it removed, then you get it done again, and the cycle goes on, and then you get used to it. The cheapest place in my area costs $60. So you can imagine how quickly that amount compounds, and the marginal utility of what it actually provides you, the value that you feel from it, plateaus over time. So it doesn't really help you in any way. I also realized that I personally didn't care for it too much. It was just A, out of habit, and B, because everyone else around me was doing it, and so it felt pretty normal. But you don't have to get stuck in what feels normal if it doesn't work for you personally, and you really want to be very intentional with your money decisions. So what I do instead now is I paint my nails at home. It's fun. I can try pretty colors whenever I want in the comfort of my own home, and I don't spend too much money on it. If I ever want to get a manicure done, I either get it just with regular nail polish so I don't have to go to get it removed and I don't get stuck in that cycle. Or if I'm going on vacation and I don't want to care about my nails too much, but I also want it to look pretty, then I'll get it done. But I'm not stuck in that cycle anymore. It's important that when you think of money and certain decisions connected to money, you don't only look at it from a black and white perspective. You also have to look in the gray area so that you can be flexible with your decisions and you don't deprive yourself of things that you sometimes enjoy. The second thing that I spend way too much money on before are souvenirs, random decorative items, and just the knickknacks. These things are expensive, they get lost in your stuff, and they create so much clutter. In my 20s, I moved around a lot, and over time, I realized how annoying these things were. I spent way too much money on it, and I associated them with some sort of memory, and so I always wanted to lug them around whenever I was moving cities. Years later, I realized it's not the souvenirs that bring back the good old memories from different places. It's the photos and the videos and the stories that you've shared with other people. Those are the things that remind you of how much fun you had in a place, and these things just become junk. Unless you're really into it and you like building those collections, this will really not help. You'll waste money and you'll waste space. Third thing, and this is a big one, is I've stopped buying items on sale. Let me explain. If you buy something that you never needed because it's on sale, you're not saving 50%, you're spending 100% of the money that you never intended to spend. If something was already on your list and it goes on sale and you purchase it then, that's when you're saving money. Not if you see an item on sale and you think that, oh, 3 months down the line, I might need it. So what if I purchase it now? 3 months later, you've forgotten about that item, you don't even remember that you bought it, and then you buy extra storage to move all the extra items that you have in your apartment, and you move it to that storage because you might need it in the future. That's what sales do. It's better to buy something that you need on full price versus buying something that you don't need on sale. So now my rule is that if I intended to buy something and it goes on sale, I will definitely get it. But if it's something that I don't need, it could go on sale and it wouldn't matter because I don't need it. So I don't spend money on it. Speaking of sales, the fourth thing that I've stopped spending money on is duplicate clothing. I used to do this constantly. I would go out, I would see a nice black shirt, I would get attracted to it, I would go ahead and buy it, especially if it was on sale, without really thinking about the fact that I already have 3 black shirts at home and I don't need an extra one that looks exactly the same. I would come home and then I would realize that I have 4 shirts instead of 3. Over time, I would get bored of the same clothes. I didn't have space because I had so much stuff, and it just got so frustrating, especially when I had to move city after city for my co-op terms and then my full-time job. It just was a lot of work. When I was in the phase of getting rid of things, now I live somewhat of a minimalist life. I don't have a lot of everything. I don't like collecting things that much. But when I was in the phase of getting rid of stuff, I literally had 5 bags of shoes, so many bags of clothes, and I would literally look at all my stuff and just think about the trouble that I would have to go through to just move these things. So having to constantly move because of my job terms and my study terms really helped me realize this problem that I had. And so now I don't buy duplicate clothing. If I want to buy things, I first make sure that I know what I have in my closet. So I will either come back, take a look at my closet, and then go back and buy that thing or buy it online. Or I'll just every now and then when I clean out my closet, I have a mental note of what I have. And so if I see something that I really like and I know I want, I make sure that I don't have a similar item, and then I don't buy duplicate clothing. The 5th thing, and now this is the biggest change that I've made. I know I said that for item number 3 and 4 as well, but I feel like everything feels like a big change, right? But this for sure is the biggest change that I've made, and I've mentioned it in my last few videos, is that I stopped eating out alone. What I mean by that is that I don't eat out as much. I don't order in. I cook at home mostly, and I only eat out with other people. This is a rule that I set for myself recently, almost a year ago. And it's been the easiest rule to follow. It sounds surprising because eating out is so easy, it's convenient, and then having to switch that feels like a big chore. But what really worked for me is how I reframed it in my mind. Depriving yourself of things you think you enjoy builds a very unhealthy relationship with money, and I did not want to do that. The problem was that not only was I blowing my budget for eating out every day, I wasn't enjoying the food as much, and also I couldn't fulfill my health goals. It wasn't working from any angle, and so I knew I had to make a change. And so I made that rule, and I shifted eating out from a food category to my social activity. Whenever someone asks if I want to go out, I barely say no. I do take time out for my social life. I think it is the most important changes that I've made in the last few years, and it's just made me so happy. And I know that social interaction is important. And one of the main things is eating out, especially if you live in a cold country like I do in Canada. During the winter months, which are long and they feel very long, there isn't much to do outside, and so you end up either going to a cafe or you end up going out for food. And so if I'm spending way too much money by myself, I wouldn't want to go out with other people because then I would just be blowing my budget. So those are the 5 main things that I've changed in the last few years that have really helped. It's not always about cutting costs, it's about being more intentional with your money, the amount, but also the thinking behind it. It's important to understand what you value as a person and spend your money accordingly, not because other people are spending it, is because you want to, and also keeping in mind your long-term goals. But you can only do that if you're aware of your spending and you're aware of your values. So if you want to find out what your highest impact variable is when it comes to money, you can watch this video right here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see me again. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.